Welcome to your beginner yoga class. We'll start in a comfortable seat, cross-legged. Find your sit bones on the ground. I'd like to move my bum back a little bit. And sit with a tall spine. Engage your core slightly to support your spine. And tuck your chin slightly. Your hands can rest on your knees, your thighs, by your feet, wherever is comfortable for you. Relax your shoulders down, lifting them up to the ears and drop them down. Option to close your eyes here. The foundation of our yoga practice is the breath. So take a moment here to check in with your breath, not changing it, just noticing every inhale and every exhale and how it feels in your body. And taking a few deep breaths together. Inhale, expand your belly, filling up the lungs. And exhale, release, pull the belly into the spine. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. Inhale, expand. And exhale. Inhale, expand, breathing through the nose. And exhale, belly to spine. Exhale through the nose. Coming back to your natural breathing rhythm. Trying to maintain a steady breath through your nose for the duration of your practice. We'll start by doing some shoulder circles. So lift your shoulders up, back and down. Rolling the shoulders around together, warming up the joints. Moving at your own pace, you can move slowly or maybe a little quicker. And relax your shoulders down. And drop your head to the left, bringing the ear to the shoulder. Stretching out the neck gently here. And then drop your ear to the right. Only moving as far as you can comfortably. And drop your head to the left. Chin forward. And look up. Drop your chin forward, looking down. And looking up. Bring your head back to neutral. And look over to the left, twisting the neck. And look to the right. And to the left. And to the right. And come back to neutral. Inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Meet your palms together over your head. Exhale, bring your hands down through heart center. Inhale, lift the hands up overhead. Then exhale down through center. One more inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release your hands. Walk the right hand out on the mat beside you. Inhale, lift the left arm over your head, leaning over to the right. just as far as you can, keeping both your sit bones down on the ground. Keep the left shoulder away from your ear. Feeling a stretch through the left side of the body, maybe through the arm. And coming back through center and release your left arm down. And walk your left fingers out on the mat. Inhale, lift the right arm up and over. Stretching out the right side. Both hip bones stay down. Keeping your body open towards the front of your room. And release the hand down. Twisting to the left, bring the right hand onto the left knee. Left hand plants behind your back. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Sitting with a tall spine, engage the core. Exhale, twist gently. Just gently twisting, not pulling on your neck or your spine. We're just warming up here, moving the spine in all 6 directions. And gently release, come through center. And twisting to the right, left hand onto your right knee. Right hand plants behind your back, right next to your bum. Inhale, lengthen your spine, sitting with a tall spine. Exhale, twist to the right. Use the back arm for support to keep your spine nice and long. Twisting only as far as is comfortable for your body. And gently unwind. Making your way into tabletop. Plant your hands. Your wrists should be directly under your shoulders. Knees directly under your hips. Untuck your toes. Spread the fingers wide, plant the hands down. Engage your core slightly, creating a long spine, long line between your hips, your shoulders. Gaze comes straight down to the mat. Remember, your neck is an extension of your spine, so don't drop the head or crank it up too much. Just have your gaze straight down to the mat. This is tabletop. On your next inhale, lift your gaze, drop your belly, coming into cow pose. Push through the arms, keeping the shoulders down and away from your ears. Then when you exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin for cat pose. Pull the belly up and in, rounding the spine. Inhale, look up, drop the belly, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. Moving slow and with control, only as far as your body allows you. You never want to cause pain in our bodies. But a little bit of discomfort can be okay. And come back to neutral. Long spine, engage your core. Tuck your toes under. Drop your hips back. Stretching out the feet here. So you can walk your hands back. Option to stay here. If you want more, you can sit right up onto your feet. Stretching out the fascia of the feet here. The soles of the feet. And just breathe. This pose might be a little bit uncomfortable. Just try to focus on your breath, breathing through the discomfort. And bring your hands back down to the mat. Walk out into tabletop. Bring your knees a little bit wider. And then sit back into child's pose. So drop your hips back to your heels. Forehead can come to the mat. Arms extend long overhead. You can also bring the floor up to you by stacking your hands. Rest your forehead on your hands. You can keep elbows bent if this isn't as accessible to you, staying a little bit higher. Wherever you are is perfectly fine. So if at any time in this practice you feel overwhelmed or need a break, you can come to child's pose just like this on your mat. Or you can come to seated and just take a moment and rejoin the practice when you're ready. Start to walk your hands back, come up to seated on your feet. And walk your hands forward into tabletop. Spreading the fingers wide. Tuck the toes. Push through the hands and feet. Lift the hips into downward dog. Keep the legs bent here when you get into downward dog. Legs are bent, spine is long and straight. Drop your head, looking towards your knees. Push through your hands and your feet, spreading the weight out evenly. Knees stay bent to keep your spine long. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Drop the knees down, tabletop. Tuck the toes, sit back on your heels again, stretching out the feet. Hands stay on the mat or come up on your thighs, sitting right on your feet. And take a moment here. Now walk your hands back out. Spread the fingers, hands are under your shoulders. Lift the hips into downward dog. Keep the knees bent to straighten the spine. Maybe trying to push your heels down to the floor a little bit more this time. Now start to walk your feet forward and walk your hands back, meeting at a forward fold in the center of your mat. So feet can be about hip width apart. If you measure that out, it's about 2 fists between the feet. Or you can bring your feet closer together, whichever feels better in your body. Big toes can touch. And then just let your head and shoulders go. Relax the upper body. Keeping your knees bent. You can rest your belly on your thighs. Maybe grabbing onto opposite elbows here. You can sway your upper body side to side. And standing forward fold. Ground through your feet. Bend your knees a little bit more. Slowly start to roll up all the way to standing, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last. Shoulders roll up, back and down. Bring your big toes to touch. Tiny space between your heels for mountain pose. In mountain pose, ground through the feet. Engage your legs, thighs, hamstrings, glutes engage. Pulling your core in, lift your upper body up out of your waist. Shoulders roll back and down on your back, squeezing gently together. Fingertips are active. And gazing straight out at a point that is not moving. And this is mountain pose. It doesn't look like much, but the body is working a lot here. Setting up for a tree, bring your hands onto your hips. Ground through your left foot. Lift up your toes on the left foot off the mat. And then spread them apart and place them back down. Inhale, pick up the right knee. Out to the side. So you can bring the sole of your foot to the ankle here. Toes are touching the ground. Bring it onto your calf. Or if you have good balance, you can bring it up onto your, whichever option is working for you today. And check in with your hips. Drop your right hip slightly so your hips are even. When you're ready, hands can come to heart center, palms connect. Work on trying to open up the knee to the side, engage the right glute. Keep your core engaged. And take 3 more breaths here. And bring your hands back onto your hips. Bring your right knee forward and drop the foot down. Come into your mountain pose, release the hands. Tightening up your body, engage the legs, the glutes, the core, shoulders. Feel the energy in your body. Bring your hands onto your hips. Ground through your right foot. Lift the right toes up, spread them apart, and then lower them down one at a time. Inhale, lift the left knee. Exhale, turn the knee open to the side. Bring the foot to either the ankle of the toes on the ground, the calf, or the thigh. Avoid pressing against the knee joint. Open your knee wide to the side. And when you're ready, hands come to heart center. Engage your core, feel your upper body lifting up out of your waist a little more. And feeling the muscles of your standing leg working to keep you upright. And take 2 more breaths. And release, bring your knee forward. Release the foot, release the arms, mountain pose. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Palms connect. Exhale, bring your hands down through center, folding forward. Hands come to the ground. And forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Hands come to your shins for support. Pushing your spine long, engage your core. Gaze comes down to the mat. Exhale, fold forward. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen your spine, hands to shins. Exhale, fold forward. 1 more, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back into tabletop. Sit back on your feet, swing your legs out in front of you. Legs extend, long, feet are flexed, toes point up, and find your sit bones on the ground. Inhale, reach up with a long spine. Exhale, hinging from the hips, start to fold forward. Your hands can come to the mat, your shins, or around your feet. Option to keep a bend in your knees if it feels better in your body. And hinging from the hips, keep a long spine, fold forward. Gaze can come towards your knees. Only moving as far as you can with a long spine. Maybe feeling it in your back, your hamstrings, maybe in your calves. And walk your hands back up. Bend your right knee and pull it into your chest. Wrap your arms around the knee and hug it in. And then plant your right hand behind your back. Push through the palm, supporting your spine. And start to twist to the right, wrapping the left arm around the knee. Gently twist. And release. Come back to center. Extend your right leg. Bend your left knee. Hug the knee into the chest. If your foot stays out here, that's totally fine. Bring your left hand behind your back. Plant the palm, supporting your spine. And start to twist to the left. Wrap your right arm around your knee. And release. Bend both knees in. Bring the soles of the feet together and let your knees fall out wide. So option to place books or towels or blankets, anything underneath your knees here, supporting the knees. So the knees can rest on something, or you can let them fall out to the side, grabbing onto the feet or ankles here. Inhale, lengthen your spine, sitting tall. Tuck the chin slightly. And if you want, you can start to fold forward with a long spine, hinging from the hips. If you're folded forward, start to walk yourself back up. Bring your hands behind your back and bring your knees pointed up, soles of the feet down to the ground. Start to sway your knees side to side here, just releasing the low back a little bit. And shaking out the legs. And bring your knees back to center. Make your way onto your back. And extend your legs wide. Extend your arms wide for final Shavasana. Palms face up. And tuck your shoulders underneath of you, maybe walking one shoulder under you at a time here. Getting really comfortable, feeling the length of your spine along the mat. And tucking the chin slightly to feel your neck along the mat. Release your body. Close the eyes. Notice how your breath feels now compared to the beginning of the class. And notice how your breath feels in your body. Notice all the energy you have created that will help carry you through your day or your afternoon. Yoga is about way more than just doing a pose correctly. We all have different bodies. There is no perfect pose. It allows us to move deeper inward and to experience our own bodies in the present moment and to connect with our breath. And taking a few deep breaths in together. Inhale, expand. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle the wrists and the ankles. Move your head side to side. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Bring your legs together. Take a long body stretch. And exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Holding onto your knees, maybe rocking gently side to side. And then roll over onto one side into fetal position. Use the bottom arm as a pillow. When you're ready, push through your palm, coming up into a comfortable seat. Sitting cross-legged. Behind your sit bones, sit with a tall spine. Relax your shoulders up, back, and down. And tuck the chin slightly. Hands come to heart center. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. May the universe be filled with love, peace, and joy. Thank you.